Hello, welcome to this is part 11 now of the Scrappy Sweater Crochet Along series. We are doing our first stitch of the body and arms, and it is called the berry stitch, and I think it's also called the lemon peel stitch. There might be a slight variation, but I'm going to be referring to it as the berry stitch. Gives it this nice texture. It pops out. It's very fidgety, which I like. So we're going to be doing, there's 3 rounds total in this stitch, 1 round of single crochet and 2 rounds incorporating the berry stitch. Again, as always, you can do as many rounds of the stitch as you'd like. I am going to walk you through the body, and then the arms will be exactly the same, just smaller rounds. Remember, if you have any questions, please be sure to drop them below, but here's a look at what we have, and here's the tutorial. So to start the berry stitch, we are going to tie in underneath one of the arms. So that's what you see me doing here. It doesn't matter what stitch, I just want my seam to be under the arm rather than in the middle of the body. So tying in under the arm, and then you're going to pull loop through and chain 1, and then we're going to do an entire round of single crochets to set up the stitch. So just do a single crochet in each stitch all the way around. So I'm just going to speed up, and then we're going to go all the way around, and I'll meet you at the join. So single crochets all the way around, and for the join we are just going to do a slip stitch into that initial loop. Struggling a bit with it, but slip stitch into the initial loop. And now we're going to start our berry stitch. So we're going to start by chaining 1. That's going to serve as a single crochet, and then into the first single crochet we're going to pull a loop through, and then we're going to chain 1, 2, 3 on that loop, and then yarn over and pull through the 2 loops on your hook, and that creates your berry stitch. And then we're going to do 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets, 3 single crochets between each berry stitch. So insert hook, pull loop through, chain 1, 2, 3, and then yarn over and pull through both loops on your hook to finish the stitch, and then 3 single crochets. So 1, 2, 3. So you are going to repeat that pattern around. So berry stitch, so chain 1, 2, 3, and pull through 2 loops, followed by 3 single crochets, and you're going to repeat that all the way around. So again, that's berry stitch and 3 single crochets repeated around. I'm going to do the berry stitch slow one more time for you. So insert hook, pull loop through, and chain 1, 2, 3, and then yarn over and pull through both loops, followed by 3 single crochets. And that is what you're repeating around for round 2. If you need the timestamp for the berry stitch, here it is. And here's what the berry stitch looks like, separated by 3 single crochets. Again, we're going to repeat this around the body, and I will meet you at the join. So here we are. I just did 1 more berry stitch, so I have my single crochets left. So single crochet, 1, single crochet, 2, and then the 3rd single crochet is going to be our join with that initial chain 1 space, which you see me doing here. And we're going to start round 2. So round 2, the important thing is that your berry stitches are centered in between the previous round's berry stitches. So I chained 1, and I'm doing 2 single crochets. And then in the 2nd single crochet between the berry stitches, I'm doing my berry stitch. Again, if you need the timestamp for that slowed down, here it is. And then I'm going to go back to doing 3 single crochets
after the berry stitch, and you should still have that berry stitch lining up with the second single crochet from the previous round. So it's just important for this round that you are centering your berry stitch between the berry stitches from the previous round. Again, if you need the berry stitch slowed down, here's the timestamp for it. But we're just going to repeat the berry stitch 3 single crochets berry stitch around this round as well, making sure that that berry stitch is centered between the previous round's berry stitch. I know I just said berry stitch a lot, but we're going to meet at the join. So the note for this join is it didn't line up perfectly for me. I couldn't fully center my berry stitch, but that is okay because it's under my arm. So I'm just doing as well as I can to center the last berry stitch and doing my slip stitch to join with that initial chain 1. So that's another reason to do your initial tie-in in the underarm, because if it's not perfect at the join, that's okay. So I am just cutting and securing my end because I am done after 2 rounds. Again, you can do as many rounds as you'd like and continue with this pattern. Again, I am not going to walk through the arms, but tie in at the underarm section and do the same exact thing we just did on the body on both arms. Again, it's going to be exactly the same as the body, just smaller rounds. If you need timestamps, here they are for berry stitch round 1, 2, and 3, but let's try it on.
Again, here's what it looks like on now. Really taking shape. I am getting excited. If you want any stitches on the sweater, please be sure to drop them below. I am taking all suggestions. Now that we're into the body of the sweater, I am going to do a lot more textured stitches similar to the berry stitch. If you have some favorites, again, drop them below. Any questions, drop them below, and be sure to subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram, and I hope everybody is having a great week.